Well, again, it goes back to the 1980s when I was using all these found objects to create sculptures and drawings, and there was always something missing. You know, I needed something to bind all these various items together to create sort of a skin. And through looking at the work of the post-minimalist Canadian artist Jackie Windsor, right? She has this wonderful sculpture in the collection of the Museum of Modern Art that's titled Bound Square. It's 4 logs, and on each corner of the logs, it's wrapped in rope, right? And it just leans against the wall. I believe it's about 6 feet or over 6 feet tall. And you know, I remember seeing that, like I said, in the 1980s as a student, and it always perplexed me, right? But it stuck in my mind, right? So when I started, searching for a skin for these sculptures, I thought of the rope and I thought of Jackie Windsor. And then the connection with the type of rope that I was using was hemp rope, right? And hemp references Jamaica, right? So that's a cultural aspect. Like I said, a lot of my work is layered with history, world history, art history, personal history, history of friends, right? So the hemp refers to the culture of Jamaica, you know, the ganja plant and so on and so forth. So then I started making, you know, these works with the hemp as a skin in the late 1980s. And then as I progressed in my career as an artist, then I started to use different skins, right? The use of the wire, the light reflective wire, the aluminum wire, and then the light reflection refers to cultures in Africa, cultures in the West Indies, cultures in the Black South, where if you have light reflection, evil shall not pass. So I'm working with things like that too. So it's multi-layered. All my work is basically multi-layered. Yeah, that's where it all started. I mean, I spent my first 7 years in Jamaica. I left Jamaica on May 17, 1969, went to the States, went to Brooklyn, right? But in Jamaica is where I grew my love for creating things, because, you know, Jamaica is a great country, but it's a poor country. People have a lot of spirit, and rather than buying like a cart, somebody would make their own cart. And I picked up on that as a kid. I remember I used to make little toys. I used to make little soldiers using corks and bottle caps. And I used to make slingshots. But, you know, I didn't consider myself an artist back then. It was just me picking up on a cultural aspect of where I'm from, right? So then when I went to the States and I was in primary school, and there was this guy in the class that was called an artist. I said, an artist? What's an artist, right? And the teacher would give him like crayons and pencils to draw. I said, oh, I can do that. That's what I used to do in Jamaica. So I started doing it, right? So, but my love for creating, you know, started in Jamaica. And I was like, I guess maybe I was 5. I don't even know how old I was. It's when I could walk, I was making things. So I've been doing this my whole life. And of course, you know, you go to school, you go to university, and, you know, you study history, you study all, you know, art history, world history, and everything is valid. It all comes together to help me form my articulation, right? My work, my sort of language, right? Yeah, I want to thank Lorenzo Spinelli for getting this whole thing together. Definitely Servan Mary, Jose Martos, Francesca from Apolazzo Gallery, the Francesca that I'm speaking to now, and also Lucy Fradkin, my wife, who's a great painter. I thank her for supporting me and helping all this come together for me. And last but not least, I want to thank San Carlo Cremona, the church itself, because I wouldn't be here without the church itself. It's a fabulous structure.